Last year, my neighbor Frank, 72 years old, took a hard fall just trying to reach for something on a high shelf. No stairs, no slippery floors, just a small misstep. He was active his whole life, strong, independent. But in the hospital, the doctor told him something that hit hard. It's not the fall itself, it's the weakness that makes it dangerous. And that stuck with me. Because the truth is, after 60, our muscles naturally begin to shrink. Our joints stiffen, our balance weakens. Not because we're doing anything wrong, but because we stop doing the right things. We sit more, we move less, and slowly, without even realizing it, the body we've relied on for decades becomes more fragile. But here's the good news. You can rebuild strength, improve balance, and reduce pain at any age. You don't need a gym membership. You don't need fancy equipment. You just need the right exercises and a few minutes a day to do them. In this video, I'm going to share 5 simple, powerful exercises that are safe, gentle, and proven to help seniors stay strong, mobile, and pain-free. These movements are designed specifically for aging bodies. They protect your joints, support your spine, strengthen your core, and help you stay confident in everyday tasks, like walking, lifting, bending, and getting up from a chair. And stay with me until the end, because the final exercise is one that most people overlook, but it can make a massive difference in preventing falls and long-term mobility loss. Let's get started with the first one. It's easy, effective, and you can do it right from your living room. 1 chair squats. Rebuild strength where it matters. A few years ago, I watched my uncle, once a strong, independent man, struggle just to get up from the couch. He'd push with both hands, rock forward, try again, then finally use the coffee table for support. It wasn't just frustrating, it was heartbreaking. He used to hike, fix things around the house, even dance at family gatherings. But now, simple movements had become a challenge. The doctor said something that stuck with all of us. He's not sick, he's weak, and weakness is one of the biggest threats to independence after 60. That's where chair squats come in. They're simple, gentle, and incredibly powerful. You're not lifting weights, you're not doing anything complicated. You're just practicing the movement you already do every day, sitting down and standing up. But this time, you're doing it with intention. Chair squats strengthen your thighs, hips, glutes, and core, the muscles you use to stand, walk, lift, and move with confidence. They improve your balance, they protect your knees, and over time, they can be the difference between needing help and helping yourself. My neighbor Doris, 76, started doing 10 chair squats a day after breakfast. At first it was hard. She had to use her hands, but within 2 weeks, she was getting up on her own. A month later, she said, "I can get out of my recliner without even thinking about it." Here's how to do it. Use a sturdy chair with no wheels. Stand in front of it, feet shoulder width apart. Slowly lower yourself like you're going to sit, then stop just before you touch down. Push through your heels and stand back up. Do 8 to 10 reps, or as many as you're comfortable with. And if you need to hold the arms at first, that's okay. Progress is progress, because strength isn't built in a day. It's built in moments like this, small steps, done consistently. Next, let's focus on the upper body. Here's a move that protects your shoulders and arms without needing a single weight. 2, wall push-ups. Protect your upper body without strain. When my friend Gloria turned 70, she started struggling with everyday tasks that once seemed effortless. Opening jars, lifting groceries, even reaching up to grab something off a shelf. She wasn't sick, she wasn't injured, but her upper body strength was fading, little by little, and it scared her. She told me, "It's not the big things that make you feel old. It's the little ones, like not being able to twist off a bottle cap." Her doctor suggested something simple. Wall push-ups, not the floor kind, not the kind that strains your wrists or shoulders, just standing, facing a wall, using her own body weight to gently build strength. At first, she doubted it would help, but after 2 weeks of doing them every morning, she noticed she could lift a full laundry basket again. After a month, she didn't need help opening jars anymore. Wall push-ups are one of the best ways for older adults to rebuild upper body strength, safely. They target the chest, shoulders, triceps, and even engage the core. They help protect your shoulders from injury. They support your posture, making it easier to sit up straight and breathe deeply. And they improve the strength needed for real-life tasks. Pushing a door open, holding a bag, supporting yourself if you trip. Here's how to do them. Stand about an arm's length away from a wall. Place your palms flat against it, shoulder width apart. Keep your feet planted and body straight, like a plank. Slowly bend your elbows and lean in toward the wall. Then press back to your starting position. Aim for 10 reps or whatever feels right for your body. And remember, slow and controlled is better than fast and sloppy. Gloria says it's now part of her morning routine, right after brushing her teeth. It reminds me I'm stronger than I think, she told me. Next up, let's move to the core, because that's where stability starts. And this next seated exercise can help protect your balance before it ever becomes a problem. 3. Seated knee lifts. Boost core stability and balance. A few months ago, I saw my friend Henry trip on a doorstep he'd walked over hundreds of times before. He didn't fall, thankfully, but he wobbled enough to scare both of us. When I asked if he was okay, he nodded and said quietly, "I don't feel as steady as I used to." And that's the truth many of us face after 60. It's not just muscle loss, it's balance, stability, and the core strength that holds us together. You see, your core isn't just your abs. It's the muscles deep in your belly, back and hips that keep you steady when you move. When those weaken, your balance suffers, your posture slouches, and simple movements start to feel shaky. That's where seated knee lifts come in. They might look easy, but don't underestimate them. This small movement targets your core, hips, and lower back without putting pressure on your joints. It improves coordination. It strengthens the muscles that help you stay upright, and most importantly, it trains your body to respond better when you stumble or shift your weight. My Aunt Carol, who's 74, does them while watching TV. She started with 5 reps per leg. Now she's up to 15, and she swears it's helped her walk longer without getting tired. She said, "I used to dread stepping off curbs. Now I don't even think twice." Here's how you do it. Sit tall in a sturdy chair, feet flat on the floor. Place your hands on the sides of the chair for support. Slowly lift one knee toward your chest, just a few inches off the ground. Hold for a second, then lower it back down. Repeat on the other side. Do 10 reps per leg, or whatever feels manageable. Don't rush it. Focus on engaging your core as you lift. With each rep, you're teaching your body to stay centered and strong. And once your core is working with you again, it's time to train your feet and balance. Let's talk about one of the most underrated movements for preventing falls, the heel-to-toe walk. 4. Heel-to-toe walk. Train your balance, prevent dangerous falls. It was a Tuesday afternoon when Mrs. Reynolds, our 78-year-old neighbor, fell in her driveway. She wasn't rushing. There were no stairs, just a slight uneven patch in the concrete. She said later, "One second I was walking, the next I was on the ground." No broken bones, thank goodness. But the fear, that stayed with her. She told me, "I didn't realize how fragile my balance had become until I lost it." That's the reality for many of us. As we get older, balance doesn't just slip away overnight. It fades little by little until one moment makes you realize it's gone. But here's the good news. Balance can be trained. And one of the simplest, most effective ways to do it is the heel-to-toe walk. It looks easy, almost too easy. But don't be fooled. This slow, focused movement trains your body to stay aligned, your ankles to stabilize, and your brain to stay alert with each step. My cousin Larry, 72, started doing it after a minor fall in his garage. He'd walk down the hallway, one foot directly in front of the other, arms out slightly for balance. At first, he was wobbly. He had to go slow. But 2 weeks later, he told me, "I feel steadier. I even feel safer getting in and out of the shower." Here's how to do it. Find a flat, open space like a hallway. Stand tall, arms out to your sides. Step forward, placing the heel of your front foot directly in front of the toes on your back foot. Pause, then repeat with the next step. Take 10 to 15 slow, controlled steps. If needed, walk alongside a wall or counter for support. It might feel strange at first, but every step strengthens your coordination, ankle stability, and balance reflexes. Because balance isn't just about avoiding falls, it's about walking confidently through life. And speaking of walking, let's not forget the part of your body that supports every step you take. Let's finish with one powerful movement that keeps your calves strong, your blood flowing, and your mobility going. Standing calf raises. 5. Standing calf raises. Support your steps and circulation. My Uncle Don used to take evening walks around the block every day, until one summer he started complaining about aching legs and swollen ankles. At first he thought it was just part of aging, but over time walking became harder. His steps got shorter. He'd stop and rest more often. Eventually his doctor told him something he didn't expect. It's not just your joints, it's your circulation. Your calves aren't pumping blood efficiently anymore. That's when he was introduced to one of the simplest yet most powerful movements for seniors. Standing calf raises. Most people don't realize this, but your calves act like a second heart. They help pump blood back up to your upper body and brain. And when they get weak, it doesn't just affect your walking, it affects your balance, circulation, and even your energy. Uncle Don started doing calf raises every morning while brushing his teeth. At first, he held on to the sink for support and only managed a few. But after a couple of weeks, he said, "I feel stronger on my feet. I don't get as winded, and my legs aren't swelling as much." Here's how you do them. Stand tall near a chair, wall, or countertop for support. Place your feet hip-width apart. Slowly rise up onto the balls of your feet, lifting your heels off the ground. Hold for a second, then slowly lower back down. Do 10 to 15 reps, twice a day if possible. Take your time. Focus on the control, not speed. This simple movement strengthens your ankles, improves blood flow, and supports every step you take. It's perfect for preventing leg fatigue, swelling, and even dizziness caused by poor circulation. And the best part? You can do it anytime, while waiting for the kettle to boil, standing in line, or during your morning routine. Because sometimes the smallest movements build the strongest foundations. Now that you've learned these 5 gentle but powerful exercises, let's bring it all together with a few final thoughts and a reminder of what's truly possible when you keep moving forward. Final thoughts. Movement is your medicine. As we get older, it's easy to assume that slowing down is just part of the process. A little stiffness here, a little weakness there. And before we know it, the things we once did without thinking, getting out of a chair, walking across a room, lifting a bag of groceries, start to feel like challenges. But here's the truth. You're not broken. You're not too old. And it's not too late. Your body may change, but it still listens to you. Give it motion, and it gives you strength. Give it attention, and it gives you freedom. These 5 simple exercises, done consistently, even just a few minutes a day, can mean the difference between dependence and independence, between sitting out and showing up. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to start. Because every rep you do, every step you take, is a message to your body that you're not giving up on it. And more importantly, it's not giving up on you. So let me ask you, which of these exercises are you going to try first? Have you done any of them before? Or are they all new? Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your story or your goals. If this video encouraged you to get moving, give it a like. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell for more simple, powerful ways to stay strong, mobile, and independent at every age. Because you deserve to live not just longer, but better. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.